is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake. I'm here to ask you for your support. Finding honest Native-centered news is not easy, but with your support, we're able to provide accurate information about Standing Rock, Line 3, treaty violations, and COVID-19 in our Native communities. Please visit Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon and donate if you can. That's Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon. Pinigigi, and thank you for your support.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
If you're in need of food resources, Hennepin County is here to help. Food shelves near you are ready with fresh, nutritious food. SNAP remains open. You can continue applying for benefits. If you are expecting or have children ages 0 to 5, WIC can provide even more support. Get connected to free or low-cost food resources near you at hennepin.us/food-help. Again, that address is hennepin.us/food-help. A reminder to anyone who rides Metro buses. That means the A, B, C, D, gold, orange, or red lines. Remember to pay your fare before you get on. Either buy a ticket at your station's ticket machine, tap your go-to card, or pass to the reader at the station, or activate a ticket on the Metro Transit app. Have your proof of payment ready to show to trip agents if asked, or risk getting a citation. Thanks for riding with Metro Transit. Again, that's Metro Transit.
Time is running out to see Matrilineal Memory by hobby artist Michaela Schaefer at All My Relations Arts in Minneapolis. This moving exhibition of painting, poetry, and installation art explores memory's fragility and strength, honoring stories passed through generations. The show closes December 13th, so don't miss your chance to experience this transformative work. Visit All My Relations Arts before it's gone. Learn more about exhibition hours and events at allmyrelationsarts.org.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 11, then Tuesday, partly sunny with a high of 24. Sharing the progressive voices you love on AM 950 isn't easy, and we can't do it without your support. Please head over to am950radio.com and make a donation if you can. We'll send you our 6th annual AM 950 calendar as a thank you. That's am950radio.com.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
It's a good day to be indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Couldn't cut any cut again.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Kadagi to all my friends and relatives in 4 directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events, and as you know, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues. Hey, Wendy, I got Wendy here, and today we're going to have Arvina Martin stop in for a quick segment, and she'll be back, of course, Wednesdays, which she comes in, but it's so always crazy stuff's going on, and we wanted to ask Arvina to come on and check in with us. But first, Wendy, and Wendy will be with me the rest of the show, talking about her sacred animals, but also I want to say a couple things before we bring Arvina on, and one of them is that we had a great time this weekend. And also, let's talk a little bit about, we have a store out in Southdale with your art.
Yes, Southdale Mall.
Yes, the oldest mall ever.
Yeah, in the United States. It was the first one built.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so in Edina, Southdale Mall, there's a Christmas market there. They have wonderful vendors there. Everything is mom and pop, so go support them. And yes, my art is out there, so you could go out and look at it, and there's stuff for sale. So
Yeah, rumor has it you might be out there painting sometime, and I'm gonna
yeah.
go Facebook Live on that. Oh wow!
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
big Saturday. I'm going to bring my easel. And now that I'm saying it on the air, I better do it. So I'm going to bring my easel and maybe like a half painting that I've started that I didn't finish. I'll bring it down there and do some work on it during the shopping.
Yeah, definitely.
And then in Dayton's, we have Native Roots Trading Post.
50 year out there.
Wow, yes, at downtown Minneapolis, Nicollet Mall. In Dayton's, the first floor, you just walk in. I think there's 200 vendors in there.
Yeah.
Again, mom and pop, support them instead of big businesses. And yeah, they have a lot of great stuff. There's really a big variety of things out there. So,
And starting the 3rd, our daughter will be in again a Christmas in Ochapi. I wanted to bring that up. That's exciting. That's December 3rd through the 21st. Wednesday through Saturday showings, and Sunday a matinee at 2, and that's at 825 Arts, 825 University Avenue West in St. Paul. It's 55104. Check it out.
And it's through New Native Theater.
I was just going to say
Oh,
that. New
okay.
Native Theater is
Yeah.
producing that again, and so get out there and check it out and support, again, local theater. I heard an interesting statistic this weekend is that Minneapolis and St. Paul, the Twin Cities, have more seats per capita, and I heard it said this way: more seats per capita than any other city other than New York.
More seats in the theater.
Seats, period. If you count them all the seats, it's not only more, just how many seats are available in the theaters.
Wow. That's
it was
amazing.
Put in a different way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hard to imagine, but that's great. Yeah, I believe it.
Hey, I just wanted to, I dragged Wendy on early here. I wanted to talk a little bit about, we had a great Thanksgiving weekend, and then we had our friend, who is our new friend, Dr. Evan Adams of Smoke Signals. And of course, he's a great doctor in town for the showing of Smoke Signals. And we did a Q&A, and we went out to Owamni restaurant, and just a shout out to Owamni. Thank you for having us there, and just it was such a great time.
Yes, and Dr. Evans Adam,
Yep,
he plays Thomas in Smoke Signals. So if you
Victor.
if you haven't seen Smoke Signals, it's a movie from what, 1998?
Yep.
1998, and honestly, it still holds up, and it's really very heartful. It's funny, it's sad, it's got a little bit of everything. So I would definitely recommend it.
Many awards it won, and then also in Cannes, and also it was the first movie that was directed, written, and starred Native Americans.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable.
But it was great, and Minneapolis Institute of Art, we worked with Wendy, and they were great to bring him in, and we had a great Q&A afterwards with him.
Hopefully you'll be doing more of that. It's really great. I mean, it was a snowy Saturday. If you remember the weather on Saturday, it was terrible, and over 150 people showed up. So it was like, wow,
Yeah, it was great.
It doesn't stop.
Well, let's bring our friend Arvina on, and Arvina is the CEO of Emerge Wisconsin. And Arvina, thanks for coming on. We'll see you Wednesday too, but it's just so much going on, and we haven't talked in a while. And I don't want to talk about any football or anything, so wanted to say that, Arvina. Go Pack.
I missed the game.
Oh.
We did your welcome day at my sister's house, and she doesn't have broadcast TV, so I didn't even get to watch it. But sounds like Micah Parsons had a great day.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we weren't going to talk about it, but yes, I'm a sore loser over here. I mean, we haven't been shut out since 1991, but again, we won't talk about that.
Talking about the Minnesota Vikings, if anybody's wondering.
Oh, we're talking about it. Shoosh, Wendy. Hey, so a lot going on. I'm just going to have you on for a couple of segments here real quick, and I really appreciate, again, we're really excited about Rodney Rave in Wisconsin and all these people. There's a big Indian kind of symposium here in Minnesota tonight for lieutenant governors. So we'll be checking in on that. We've been invited to that and talking about good things. And so let's get the Native vote out there and make a difference. And let's get some Native candidates and signing up for Emerge. How's that going?
It's going great. We just had our application deadline yesterday, so we are starting the review process and hoping to do that as quickly as possible, so we can see who's going to be a part of the class of 2026. And it's going to be starting January 25th, or 24th, I believe. Wrong date, the 24th. Excuse me. And and I'm really excited about the new class. I'm also excited because Emerge National does trainings as well. They do a signature training, which is like what we do in Wisconsin. They do boot camps. We have a program for women that want to run for judicial roles. And so, I've been talking to folks, and I've talked to people who don't live in Wisconsin, and I've been trying to hook them up with some of our national programming so that they can still get trained, and that they can run for office where they live.
How exciting. And I know we only got a minute left here, but until the next segment, but just, Wendy's been a regular on the show for many, many years. And just tell Wendy and our listening audience too, how successful Emerge Wisconsin's been in the last couple cycles. This always blows my mind.
Yeah, actually our win rate. So our alumna, we had 41 alums run for office in 2024, spring and fall. 90, and our win rate was 91%. Yeah,
crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it really was. And it's just a testament to the kind of training that we do. You're going to be prepared and ready to go and win that race.
That's so exciting. That's why we love Emerge Wisconsin and Emerge all over nationally and these great updates. Hey, we're here with Arvina Martin and Wendy Pilot, and this is Native Roots Radio, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Stay with us.
If you're in need of food resources, Hennepin County is here to help. Food shelves near you are ready with fresh, nutritious food. SNAP remains open. You can continue applying for benefits. If you are expecting or have children ages 0 to 5, WIC can provide even more support. Get connected to free or low-cost food resources near you at hennepin.us/food-help. Again, that address is hennepin.us/food-help.
MNsure is a proud supporter of Native Roots Radio. Looking for health insurance but not sure where to start? MNsure has you covered. You can find discounts, compare private health plans, and see if you qualify for free or low-cost insurance plans. Plus, get help from an expert so you can save on the coverage you need. Enroll online by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Get started today at mnsure.org. That's mnsure.org.
Minnesotans age 65 plus might qualify for Health Partners Minnesota Senior Health Options. The easy all-in-one plan includes personal support, coverage for medical, prescription drugs, and dental, plus many extra benefits. Eligibility information is available at healthpartners.com/oneplan. Health Partners is a health plan that contracts with both Medicare and the Minnesota Medical Assistance Medicaid program to provide benefits of both programs to enrollees. Enrollment in Health Partners depends on contract renewal.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
I I'm Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and I want to be your next United States Senator, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are here with Arvina Martin, Executive Director of Emerge Wisconsin, and Wendy Pilot, the co-host, and we'll be talking about our sacred animals in the later part of the show. But Wendy, you had a question for Arvina.
Well, Arvina, I've been watching this race in Tennessee, for Congress, right? And it's going to happen tomorrow, and I'm really excited about this. Only because this is like a ruby red district in Tennessee, District 7. And we have Afton Bean. She's a woman and she's running for Congress. She's a Democrat and she's running against a Republican there. And the race is really, really tight. Now, this is a race that Trump won there by 22 points. This should not be a close race, and it is. So it's getting me a little bit excited. But, just thinking about Afton Bean, or Ben, I think her name is, I'm not sure how to say her last name. What national candidates has Emerge worked with?
Oh.
And are you excited about that race in Tennessee? I know I'm glued to the information about it.
Yeah, actually, so we have an Emerge in Tennessee, and I'm thinking about my fellow executive director, Frida Player, and I know that she's watching it very closely, obviously. But here, she is not an Emerge alum, I don't believe. I was just looking, but regardless, we're really excited about that race, nationwide, and anybody that's kind of paying attention to the temperature of the nation or how things are going to go this is another reference point for them. So we're going to be watching with bated breath. I don't know if we're going to get Steve Kornacki on the TV with the maps tomorrow night, but that would be fun. But in terms of Emerge's congressional candidates, we have in Michigan, Mallory McMorrow, and we have oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name. She's running for Congress in California. We do have women that are Emerge alums that are elected to office as well.
Yeah.
And that's really exciting. We had our as part of our 20th year anniversary last month, there was a luncheon, and all of Emerge's congressional members were there. So I just pulled up the list to make sure I had all of them. So these are folks that are in Congress now. Yasmin Ansari, Becca Balint, Janelle Bynum, Maxine Dexter, Sarah Elfreth, Val Hoyle, Lucy McBath, LaMonica McIver, that's who I was thinking of earlier, Andrea Salinas, Kim Schreier, Latifah Simon, Melanie Stansberry, Amelia Sykes. So that's the Emerge Congressional Caucus.
Wow.
And you have some great alumni too, Wendy was wondering about.
Oh, yes. We have former Congresswoman and former Secretary of Interior, hopeful future governor of New Mexico. I almost said Nevada. Deb Haaland is an Emerge alum.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, I had gotten invited to a DNC Native Caucus meeting before this was before the pandemic, and she at the time was the chair of the New Mexico Democrats. So she was a member and she was there, and I was so excited to hear her speak because she was a state chair. Like that's a big deal. And I had shared something about it, and my friend who was the previous executive director said she is an Emerge alum, and I'm getting
Wow.
this like at live, texting and everything. And I remember my thought was like, 5 minutes ago, I didn't know she existed, and now she's one of my heroes,
Wow.
and I
Yeah.
met her. I got to talk with her briefly. She was lovely. And it's really cool to see her political journey, is remarkable. And I'm just so proud, I, I
Mm.
I think we've mentioned previously about my like most felt seen moment while watching Congress. I'm sure everybody has these moments committed to memory, but mine was while getting ready for the State of the Union address. Then Congresswoman Holland, sorry for the tail there, had asked about, well, do people save seats on the floor? And somebody said, oh, yeah. So she showed up to the State of the Union with her Pendleton blanket and saved a seat for her and Charisse. And so
Nice.
you looked at the picture of Congress, the chairs in Congress. You saw pictures with that Pendleton, and that was such a like,
Mhm.
we're here moment.
Yeah.
It was really, I was not expecting to get it like super emotional or feeling something so strongly at the State of the Union address. So it was really cool.
Mhm. That's amazing.
That is
Really.
th-
It's
that is so cool. And I've heard that story before, and each time I get a little my hair raises on my arms. With emerging these past 20 years, I don't know if you know this, and we have talked about this in St. Paul, which is the second largest city in Minnesota. Uh, we have now a new mayor that's a woman, and our whole city council is women. And that's an amazing, amazing thing, Arvina.
yeah.
That is, I did not know about the all female city council. That is, yeah, you're right. It's amazing. And the mayor of St. Paul, whose name I'm forgetting at the moment, is an alum of
What?
of the University of Wisconsin.
Oh,
She's a Badger. Sorry. So
no, the woman
Oh, the woman, yes.
that just
the
got
mayor.
elected.
Yeah.
Mom, yes.
She's a Badger. So
Yeah.
we'll slam
Wow.
up on
That's
her too.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's really exciting. It's really exciting, and it's going to be exciting to see what happens in St. Paul, because studies actually show that when women are are in charge of making legislation or are participating in the legislative process, as electeds, that there is so much more policy that helps people's everyday lives. From helping reduce prices of childcare to groceries, and helping people out with our social safety net. When women are involved, everybody is able to be part of that win.
yeah, absolutely. Well, Arvina, I want to remind you too, and it's great, one, to have you on, and secondly, we have such a big audience in civic media all over the state of Wisconsin. So don't ever say you're sorry, because there's a lot of people rallying right with you when it comes to Wisconsin issues, and it's always great to have you on to talk about those.
Mhm.
I mean, we're a true purple state, so things are always going to we're going to be watched a lot. And it's been like that since the recalls of 2010. And really kind of being, I mean, I guess we're kind of a bellwether, in that we are very purple, and that there are swings, and that areas that have been traditionally red are turning purple, if not blue. And those are those wow counties. So the counties around Milwaukee, and those communities are getting a lot bluer. And actually, Emerge Wisconsin alum Alicia Helvensleben is running for mayor of Waukesha. So that's really exciting news as well. She is she's a younger candidate, and is going to be running against a state representative likely. And we're really excited for her campaign. She's a tough cookie. She is smart and has lots of really great ideas on how to make her city better.
Well, Arvina, we're winding down here, and this is why we have to have you on a couple times a week. This is crazy because there's a couple things I wanted to ask you, but I know our time is short today, and but we're going to revisit on Wednesday and have a really great conversation.
Yeah.
I just want to say a big peeny geeky for jumping on and talking with us as always. It's great to start a Monday out with a positive message like Emerge Wisconsin.
And a brand new month too. So just starting all kinds of new stuff.
Exactly. Well, again, Arvina, thank you so much for jumping on. And we will hopefully see you Wednesday.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right on. Well, Wendy, it's just
amazing. Thanks, Arvina. Yeah, she's awesome. It's great to get that organization that she works for.
Emerge Wisconsin.
Unbelievable that she's worked with and their success rate is unbelievable. Really, it's just fantastic. So,
well, one of the things I'm going to bring up to her when we talk to her Wednesday is the governor who we're going to miss, Evers over in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He's retiring. Helped with the new Supreme Court switch around the districts again, so they're less gerrymandered, and hopefully that'll help bring Wisconsin back to the way it was when I was a kid. And for a long time, even pre-Obama, and Obama was a blue state. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and we're going to be right back after this short break.
Stay with us.
Oh. Time is running out to see Matrilineal Memory by hobby artist Michaela Schaefer at All My Relations Arts in Minneapolis. This moving exhibition of painting, poetry, and installation art explores memory's fragility and strength, honoring stories passed through generations. The show closes December 13th, so don't miss your chance to experience this transformative work. Visit All My Relations Arts before it's gone. Learn more about exhibition hours and events at allmyrelationsarts.org.
A reminder to anyone who rides Metro buses. That means the A, B, C, D, gold, orange, or red lines. Remember to pay your fare before you get on. Either buy a ticket at your station's ticket machine, tap your go-to card, or pass to the reader at the station, or activate a ticket on the Metro Transit app. Have your proof of payment ready to show to trip agents if asked, or risk getting a citation. Thanks for riding with Metro Transit. Again, that's Metro Transit.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune into Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
If you're in need of food resources, Hennepin County is here to help. Food shelves near you are ready with fresh, nutritious food. SNAP remains open. You can continue applying for benefits. If you are expecting or have children ages 0 to 5, WIC can provide even more support. Get connected to free or low-cost food resources near you at hennepin.us/food-help. Again, that address is hennepin.us/food-help.
MNsure is a proud supporter of Native Roots Radio. Looking for health insurance but not sure where to start? MNsure has you covered. You can find discounts, compare private health plans, and see if you qualify for free or low-cost insurance plans. Plus, get help from an expert so you can save on the coverage you need. Enroll online by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Get started today at mnsure.org. That's mnsure.org.
Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay. You get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
Here at AM 950, we work hard to be Minnesota's progressive voice, but we can't do this work alone. Please go to am950radio.com and make a contribution. As a thank you, we'll send you our 6th annual AM 950 calendar. This has become a great station tradition. It features beautiful nature photos from our own Matt McNeil, all taken right here in Minnesota. We also pack it with key dates in progressive and station history. It's perfect for your wall and makes a great gift for a fellow progressive. That's am950radio.com. With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 11, then Tuesday, partly sunny with a high of 24. The best roast beef sandwiches in the Twin Cities can be found at Maverick's Real Roast Beef in Roseville. Maverick's is located 1 mile south of Highway 36 on Lexington Avenue near the corner with Larpenteur. Check them out at mavericksbeef.com.
AM 950 KTNF, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Hi, this is Representative Sharice Davids from Kansas. I'm Ho Chunk, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Native Roots Trading Post. We are downtown Minneapolis and Pilot's Palette, Southdale, Edina.
I love that name, and I love the sign. You know, we're going to get not only Instagram and all those things for your art, Wendy. Mm-hmm. We're going to do it for the engraving business too, because we did that cool sign for you that we can do. We can do anything for anybody, right. But that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother show.
It is a whole nother.
Hey, it was great having Arvina on, and I love that she checks in. And we have a big audience in Wisconsin, Wendy. But you got some other things you want to talk about.
I've talked about this priest before. He's an Episcopal priest. He's retired, but he's on the air and he does these reels. I don't know if it's TikTok. It's not TikTok. It's called Reels. But anyway, his name is David Gerlich, Gierlach, David Gerlich. And he gives a little thing every day about political stuff, like what's happening and how he disagrees with this administration. And, you know, if you're Christian, then you wouldn't think about grabbing people off the street and sending them somewhere that their family doesn't know about. So he just like talks about a lot of stuff like that. And one of the things, I just follow him. So right before I got on the air, I watched one of his reels, and it was from today. And he was talking about Senate Majority Leader of the U.S. Senate, John Thune. I'm not familiar with that name, but John Thune, he's the Senate Majority Leader of the U.S. Senate, and he wants everybody to call him. So he wants everyone to call him. The phone number for John Thune is 202-224-2321. So what Father David says is that this guy, he really appears to be a decent, respectable, honorable man. And he wants everybody to call his office and ask these few questions. So one of the questions is, why are you not condemning Donald Trump's pardon of the former president of Honduras, who brought in 400 tons of cocaine into the country? So if you're such a decent, respectable, honorable man, why are you not condemning this? The other thing he wants us to ask him, how come you're not objecting to Trump's pardon of several people who have stolen tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars from Medicaid and not even requiring them to pay back what they stole? Again, if you are this, decent, respectable, honorable man, you appear to be that, Mr. Thune, why aren't you doing this? And the next one is, how come you're not complaining that Donald Trump pardoned David Gentile, who stole $1.6 billion from ordinary people by making false claims to them, and he's out of jail after serving just a few days of his multi-sentence year sentence. So Common Decency says that these pardons are corruption on a vast scale, and they are misusing the rule of law, and common decency requires you to speak out against these things. So we want to hear it from you, Mr. John Thune. You are the Senate Majority Leader of the U.S. Senate. Speak up and say something. If you are, as you appear to be, this decent, respectable, honorable man, you'll do the right thing. And I'm going to call him later and leave a message.
Right on, and I know you will. He's a Republican out of South Dakota, neighboring state, and we know our situation with Dakotas and the politicians. And, so we, especially the Republicans, and so
sure. I'm just going to. Well, you could look it up. John Thune's phone number. You could look it up easy. 202-224-2321. We got to stay on top of these people.
Yeah.
I mean, even my my small animal advocacy work. If we wanted something done, and we made a lot of phone calls, we got a lot of people to make phone calls, we got stuff done.
Hypocrisy with this person and the Republican Party is unbelievable.
It is. It's disgusting. But anyway, listen, like tomorrow, the Congresswoman who's running, who's a Democrat, and the race is so close, that should not be. This is a ruby red district. It should not be close. And there are reports from the Independent that I read from just today that Donald Trump is also like on the megaphone, like, hey, people, you have to vote for, this Republican and blah, blah, blah. So they're scared. They are. They're nervous. They're scared. After November 2nd and after all, all the districts and things that we won that nobody expected, it's changing. People are sick. And you know what? I'm sure there's a lot of people in Tennessee right now who were part of that 22-point lead that voted for Trump. And I'm sure that there are people out there who are losing their health care, who lost their SNAP benefits, who are, going to the grocery store and spending hundreds of dollars more, for groceries. And they're sick of it.
Yeah. Well, and even with back in I remember when Clinton ran, it was all about the economy.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be for us too.
Absolutely.
And we will win because look what happened in New York. The mayor, the mayor of New York went on the foot.
I know.
Finding out what people were up.
Yep.
So we need more of that. Yeah. Wow, Wendy. We'll have to keep on top of those things. And I know it's we like to talk about Native issues, but all these issues really affect Native country. And we were talking about the Trump administration removing the reports on missing and murdered Native Americans, calling it a DEI content. So I mean, elections matter big time, so we can't not talk about it here when it comes to how it affects Indian country.
Absolutely.
Especially.
Well, like you say in the beginning of every show, Native issues are human issues and human issues are Native issues. And it's all intertwined. And, we have to watch what we're doing and see what's happening and follow the money, because that's where you see the corruption.
Yeah, we weren't on, but it was Ho Chunk Day last week. And I do believe it was the 27th, which was Thanksgiving, was Thanksgiving. So
Ho Chunk Day, that's awesome.
I know, it is great. And our friend State Senator Mary Kunish has put out a bunch of things about Native American Heritage Day. She's a Standing Rock Lakota descendant, as you know, and a regular here on Native Roots Radio.
Yeah, she's been on from the very beginning.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
I know.
Hey, let's go back, and before we do the sacred animals section, let's talk about this weekend with the doctor.
Yes, Dr. Evan Adams, who plays Thomas in Smoke Signals, a movie from 1998 that still stands up to today, and it's a really awesome movie. And it was so fun that you got him to come out here because he lives in Canada.
Yeah.
So he flew all the way out here.
He flew for 6 hours.
Yeah, well, he had to go he had to go from Canada to Seattle, then Seattle to Minneapolis. That's a long trip. But anyway, he did a Q&A after the showing of the movie. Again, it was on Saturday, which was a cold, windy, snowy day. I took a lift to get to the Minneapolis Institute of Art because you were already there with Dr. Evans, and the roads are terrible. And I just was saying the whole time while I on my way, I was like, oh no, this is, a lot of people aren't going to show up. But listen, 150 people showed up. That's really awesome. It
Got a
just goes
standing
to show
ovation
you.
too,
Yeah.
and things like that. Let's talk about that a little bit. But first, what I want to talk about too is one of the things when it came to when Trump became president, our nation, Ho-Chunk Nation, our president immediately said that he would get updates for free on your tribal ID. Also, ID, passport IDs, the nation would pay for. It was red alert. And we're finding out that, ICE is, this native actress, Elaine Miles, who is in Smoke Signals, by the way, but she's well known for being on Northern Exposure for since the beginning of that TV show back in the 90s, reported that ICE agents stopped her, questioned her identity and initially did not accept her tribal ID.
They told her it was fake.
Yes.
That's what they said to her. This is fake ID.
Yes. So we have to talk about those things and talk about all these icky things.
It is icky.
And
how horrible is that? To just get stopped on the road because of the way you look.
Right.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's the way it's happening
This
too.
is
These
terrible.
ICE agents.
We have to stand up to this corrupt government. We
Well,
really do.
what I'm hoping is to get rid of this guy, the orange guy,
Yeah.
and then get these people. Like I always like to bring up, Wendy, is that Nixon didn't go to jail, but his attorney general did, and people that worked for him.
Yeah.
So look out, you guys, and hopefully the Democrats will fight back for once and prosecute these people.
Yes. I want to see Trump in jail for murdering people.
Yeah.
Murdering people on the high seas because allegedly they have drugs in their boats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mentioned former Ho-Chunk legislator and a peer of mine is Rodney's running for I can't remember what he's running for. I believe it's Congress. Yeah, Wisconsin in Congress he's running for, and he's wants to replace Orden, who's a Republican, and it's in Western Wisconsin, and so we're really excited to amplify that, and we're gonna get Rodney on the show too. So that's really exciting. Well, shoot, we only got like a minute left here, but it was just amazing. Again, Smoke Signals. See it if you have never seen it.
Yeah.
Watch it. This movie
you could
holds
stream
up.
it on a lot of different stations on,
And he was so
Roku.
cool, and we had, it seemed like we knew him forever.
Yeah, just one of those people who
Yeah.
you meet that you just have a connection with,
And
like
I
an
wa-
instant connection. I definitely felt that with him.
And another reason why I wanted to bring this up too is all the people that listen to our show. I just want to say a big peeny gigi for always stopping up and saying hello when it comes to when we're at events like this. But
Yeah.
it's always great to see the listeners. Please come up and talk
Yes,
to
and
us.
say
And
hi.
Wendy doesn't
Absolutely.
mind being in a selfie, and and if you want me in one, I could be one.
A lot of people just recognize your voice.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
That's so
I was at
bizarre.
I told the story. I was
Yeah.
at Walgreens and somebody said, "What, are you Wendy from Native Roots? I like your animal segment." I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my gosh."
Wow. Hey, on that note,
Yeah.
the animal section's up next. Hey, this is
Yeah.
Native Roots Radio, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
That's right. Stay with us.
Right on. Hey, we'll be right back.
If you're in need of food resources, Hennepin County is here to help. Food shelves near you are ready with fresh, nutritious food. SNAP remains open. You can continue applying for benefits. If you are expecting or have children ages 0 to 5, WIC can provide even more support. Get connected to free or low-cost food resources near you at hennepin.us/food-help. Again, that address is hennepin.us/food-help. help.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune into Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
MNsure is a proud supporter of Native Roots Radio. Looking for health insurance but not sure where to start? MNsure has you covered. You can find discounts, compare private health plans, and see if you qualify for free or low-cost insurance plans. Plus, get help from an expert so you can save on the coverage you need. Enroll online by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Get started today at mnsure.org. That's mnsure.org.
A reminder to anyone who rides Metro buses. That means the A, B, C, D, gold, orange, or red lines. Remember to pay your fare before you get on. Either buy a ticket at your station's ticket machine, tap your go-to card, or pass to the reader at the station, or activate a ticket on the Metro Transit app. Have your proof of payment ready to show to trip agents if asked, or risk getting a citation. Thanks for riding with Metro Transit. Again, that's Metro Transit.
Oh, this is Dallas Goldtooth, and you're listening to the Native Roots Radio. Hoka, hicha, wecha.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
In this portion of the show, we like to bring awareness of our wolves and bears. Say no to the hunts.
No. Let's go get some picnic basket.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Yogi. Hey, I want to introduce my awesome and beautiful wife, or reintroduce my awesome and beautiful wife. Wendy's been an animal advocate for many, 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 many years, and she's co-founder of Native Roots Radio, and she owns Pilot's Palette, and she was co-star in Pilot's Progressive Party radio show that we had on for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
Or it seemed like a long time. Maybe it was
Yeah.
just a month.
Hey everybody, my name is Hanajihi Hani. That means cares for them, and I was given that name by my Dega Curtis. Curtis goes by Mashke Hanajinga, which means walks on white clouds. I'm a policy volunteer for Humane. Oh my God, Humane World for Animals. Oh my God, they changed their name and I haven't said it in a while. Humane World for Animals, formerly the Humane Society of the United States. Woo! Wow. So listen to this article I found. I know.
Yes.
A Colorado school went into lockdown after
Oh.
staff reported a mountain lion on campus.
Oh my God.
Well, what happened is it just turned out that it was an unusually large domestic orange cat. Yeah, the mix-up caused temporary panic but no injuries. Authorities confirmed the cat posed no threat and safely returned it to its owner. Students and staff are now sharing the story online, adding humor to the incident. So it was just a big orange cat.
Speaking of which,
So we have a neighborhood cat. I think he lives across the street from us.
we're not sure.
He's a big orange cat. He's really cute and he's super friendly. His name is Goliath.
He's super smart.
But he walks around the neighborhood. Like I'll be walking down our alley with our dog and I'll see the cat like walking up. I'll be like, hey, Goliath. And he walks right up to you like he's not afraid of the dog. I worry about him being out. I really do. But he comes into our house. Like we let him in. And Robert, you always give him like some treats, some dog treats. And he eats the treats. And he just has like.
Goes upstairs.
He goes upstairs and like we have like old cat toys like hanging around in a pile. And he like picks one out and starts playing with it. And he's just like a funny cat. My dog, our dog just kind of doesn't growl or anything, just kind of like looks at the cat like, what the heck? Why do we have a cat in the house? But then like he hangs out, right? He'll lay on the floor. He meows a lot, talks to us, and then he goes to the front door and wants to leave. So we let him out. He actually has a air tag on him. So I know his owner monitors where he is. And he also has a collar with his name on it. And it says the phone number, where it came from.
And you've called.
I have. So it says, my name is Goliath. I'm okay. I'm just out for a walk. Like that's what the tag says. So
There's two things about that cat. One is I kind of got a little butt hurt. I was walking down the street and other people knew him. I thought it was just us. Other people were waving and talking to him like, hey, Goliath. I'm going, that's our Goliath. Or wait a minute, a block away. Do you remember that story too?
What was the other thing?
The other story was it was really cold out. And this must have been last year. It was really cold out, and I was throwing out some seeds for the birds, and he came running out of your fort towards me, and it was cold. And you have a heated fort out there for animals. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I have a heated fort. Exactly. It's heated, a fort. Any animal could use it. Whoever's cold can go in there.
Goliath used it.
The cat was in there. Jumped out of it.
Busting out, scared me. I thought some kind of animal was coming out of that thing, and it was Goliath freezing. He was freezing.
We had possums go in there, which that's who I originally built it for. But I said, I mean, I don't care if rabbits. I don't care who use it. I don't care if rats use it.
Little mouse in there too.
I just want, Well, anyway, we have our animals and we take care of all the animals outside. It's so cold, So I see like these little articles on squirrels. So it says, if a few things I wish people knew. I don't hibernate. I face every winter storm awake. I bury food, but the ice and snow can trap it beyond my reach.
That's how trees, we found out in one of your segments, how trees were made.
Right. Why there's so many trees? Because the squirrels bury all the nuts and don't remember where they are, or they can't get at it. And that the squirrels burn energy faster, trying just to keep warm. And, many of them don't survive these freezes. So just like a few nuts or seeds or fruit or whatever you have, throw it out. And they need water too. Water is really important. We have a
I
water.
don't know if I was in denial about that, but since you got that heated water pot out there, I see all kinds of animals. It's 30 below out drinking water.
I know.
So you're never not thirsty, I guess, depending on what the temperature is.
Yeah. And it's hard for them to find water. So anyway, I always keep water. We feed the ducks. We have ducks, a flock of ducks that come over from St. Kate's. It's a
they have their
Catholic
own pond.
University. They have their own pond there, and it's a beautiful campus. And we're not too far away, but the flock of ducks come almost every day around 4:30. So I usually, it's like, it's 4:15. The ducks will be here soon. I just throw out a bunch of corn and seeds and stuff for them. But I don't know. I just feel like we're here to help.
Do we have the crow? Is it crows or ravens? What do we have?
We have crows. Yeah.
So they're always yelling at me to throw out nuts whenever they see me, and then I'll throw them out. They got me trained.
Well, they kind of know who we are, and they know that if they go on our garage roof and yell at us,
we'll
like,
throw.
Oh, there are.
But
you know what? I have so many stories about crows and ravens that bring people who give them food or take care of them or help them in some way. Like they'll find little trinkets or little shiny things, and then they bring them to the people who help them. But they haven't given us anything.
No, don't say that. I have like 12 to 14 feathers that they've left us.
Oh, okay.
That's a big gift in the native way.
I want shiny little shiny trinkets.
You want a ring. You want a diamond ring
I just
somebody
want,
lost.
like something shiny, like that little girl who lived in England.
Yes.
And she dropped a few peanuts on the way to school, and she had this one crow that followed her, and every day she'd throw out some peanuts. And that particular crow, or I don't know if it might have been a raven, but would find little shiny trinkets like a bottle cap or some broken jewelry or just something like shiny and sparkly, and leave it for her, like right where, like in the same spot, like she could find it. And then she had like a little box that had little individual little compartments, and she filled up like this whole box with all these little gifts that the crow left her. And it was like, really, it was like, oh my God, like all this cute little stuff that the bird found for her. Yeah.
Wow. I know. I love that story. There's a lot of stories that you've told over this is,
Mhm.
in January, we'll be in our 10th year. We'll be finished our 9th season on the air.
Wow.
I was
That's
a young man when we
amazing.
started this.
Yeah. I know. I love
Jeez.
the crows, though. There's a story in some European country where they kind of train the crows. It didn't take much to train them.
Yeah, they're
But
smart.
the crows would pick up the cigarette butts and put them in this container, and the container would dispense food for them. So they cleaned up the city. I would be worried, though, that they had like nicotine, like they were getting nicotine poisoning. But anyway, they picked up all the cigarette butts, and as they dropped them off in this bucket, an automatic thing would come and they would get food. So they learned how to do that.
Wow. Hey, Wendy, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Starting a new month here. And it
December.
was so fun finishing up Native American Heritage Month at Minneapolis Institute of
Yeah.
Art. Again, a big shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you're listening to the show, you're part of the resistance from Chief Plentycoops, the ground on which we stand on. It's sacred ground. It's the blood of our ancestors. We need to resist, divest, join a group, run for office. We're still here. We are the 7th generation.
The city of Minneapolis is now on